A while ago, I read the book Atomic Habits, and of course, using the lessons that I gathered from reading the book, I'm going to share with you guys practical tips on how you can break bad habits and build good ones in order to exit toxic cycles and become your very best self. The law of behavior change states that habits are formed through a 4-step process. Number 1, cue. Number 2, craving. Number 3, response. And number 4, reward. This means if you want to change a habit, you can either change the cue, the craving, the response, or the reward. Keeping that in mind, let's break down the 4 things that you can do to create good habits and break bad ones. In order to create a good habit, there are 4 things that you can do. The first thing that you can do is to make that habit obvious. When a habit is obvious, you're more likely to notice it and act on it. So for example, if you want to develop a habit of drinking more water throughout the day, you can place a water bottle by your desk or your side table as a visual reminder. By making that habit of drinking water more obvious, you are more likely to remember it. Number 2, make it attractive. By making a habit more appealing and enjoyable, you are more likely to stick to it. You can do this by associating it with something you already enjoy or by adding a reward to it. For example, if you want to develop a habit of exercising regularly, you can join a fitness class with friends, or you can start playing music while working out. When you play music while working out, it makes it more enjoyable, or when you work out with people, it makes it more enjoyable for you. You're more likely to stick to the habit of working out because you'll be looking forward to it. Number 3, make it easy. Oh my gosh. This law basically states that you need to make your desired habit easy and convenient to do. When you reduce friction and barriers to behavior change, you make it easier for yourself to follow through with things. For example, if you want to build a habit of reading more books, you can actually start placing your books on your nightstand or on your side table, or you can download audiobooks ahead of time to listen to them on your way to work. You're more likely to stick to that reading habit because you have made it easy to do. Number 4, make it satisfying. This law basically highlights the importance of experiencing immediate satisfaction or rewards from your habits. When a habit is satisfying or rewarding, you're more likely to repeat it in the future. For example, back to the exercising habit that we spoke about earlier. If you want to exercise more, another thing you can do is you can keep a very healthy snack in your fridge, and anytime you're done working out, you can reward yourself with that healthy snack. And so the next day you'll be looking forward to workout because you know that when you're done working out, you can reward yourself with a healthy snack. All right, moving swiftly to how to break a bad habit. Basically, if you want to break a bad habit, everything I said about building a good habit, you just invert it, turn it upside down, and you've broken that bad habit. I'll give you examples. Instead of making the habit obvious, make that habit invisible. So for example, stop buying all those unhealthy snacks, stop putting alcohol in your fridge, and it will be easier to stop the bad habits of overdrinking or overindulging on unhealthy snacks. Instead of making that habit attractive, turn that upside down and make that bad habit unattractive. An example of this is you can research on the negative consequences of doing something that you know is a bad habit. So for example, if you want to reduce your use of social media, by the time you read all those articles of the damaging side effects of excessive screen time, it will be less appealing to want to spend so much time on your phone. Number 3, instead of making that habit easy, make it difficult. For example, if you want to stop mindlessly scrolling on your phone before you go to bed, just drop your phone in a distant location before bed, so that when you wake up in the morning, when you think of how far it's going to be to get that phone, you will just do other things before you use your phone that day. You can actually break some of your bad habits by just reducing the convenience it takes to perform those habits. And finally, instead of making that habit satisfying, make it unsatisfying. For example, if you feel like you smoke a lot of cigarettes and you want to stop that bad habit, you can start documenting how smoking makes you feel, both physically and emotionally. Or you can get an accountability partner that you would have to always report to when you smoke. By employing those tactics, you can actually be motivated to want to quit. As a side note, a lot of people begin the process of changing their habits by focusing on what they want to achieve, and this can lead to outcome-based habits, and is not necessarily the most effective way to build a good habit or to break a bad habit. A better alternative is to build identity-based habits. With this approach, you can start by embodying the identity of who you wish to become, and by doing that, the habits take care of itself. So for example, instead of saying I'm trying to stop watching pornographic videos, a better approach is to tell yourself I am holy, I am righteous, I don't watch things like that. Or instead of saying I'm trying to stop smoking, a better approach and a more effective approach is to start saying I am not a smoker, even though you're still smoking. But the more you say I am not a smoker, I am not a smoker, you would want to perform the habits that align with that identity. And by performing those habits, it reinforces that identity. It's just like a healthy feedback loop. If you found this video valuable, kindly like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you've not yet subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe button down below. And you can also check out this video right here. See you there.